What's up, friends? Welcome back for some more Band of Brothers. Really excited to get into this episode just based off where we left off in the last episode, right on the verge of what seems like the biggest battle that they've had yet, because besides the dialogue kind of building up the situation and all the ground that they're going to have to cover in protecting this area of Belgium, we also had all those soldiers retreating, going back the other direction, talking about how they were kind of demolished and how Easy Company and everyone else that's there needs to turn around and go the other way as well. So I'm expecting probably a lot of battle sequences in this. I don't know though, I could be wrong. Maybe it's not going to be quite what I expect, but especially since last episode didn't have as much action and intensity as episodes 3 and 4, I'm expecting that it was just kind of like the calm before the storm. And so hopefully I really enjoy this episode. Hopefully you guys enjoy watching along with me. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into episode 6.
Every time they tried to drop supplies into us, they missed us and dropped them to the Germans.
Then a medic came along, and I think he really saved my life. He stuck a Surette in a key position.
Oh man, definitely making me real nervous for this episode. So insane to not only be in a war fighting already, but just to be under those conditions on top of everything. Just such horrible circumstances, man. Yo, dude, what a freaking horrifying sight. Are those previous soldiers that went down? So are we like in the midst of the battle already?
Kommen Sie hier. Kommen Sie hier, schnell. Schnell.
That guy done messed up, getting in a vulnerable position right there. They didn't shoot him right away, though.
As y'all know, General McAuliffe.
Give it to me straight.
We've run out of food, we have no winter clothes, and we have little or no ammo. Line spread's so thin, the enemy wanders into our CP to use our slit trenches, sir.
Jeez, man, so freaking terrible. Just the absolutely most abysmal conditions.
Sir, we've got some considerable gaps in our perimeter.
I don't have enough people, sir. We're spread too damn thin.
Hold the line, Colonel. Close the gaps.
That's seriously all he has to say to all that? I mean, I don't know how much power that guy has in the situation, but all their words definitely fell on some deaf ears right there. If he doesn't have any power over the situation or to get him more supplies or men, though, not much else you can say.
What's this? 2 medics in one hole? What's gonna happen to us if you take a hit, huh?
Sir, First Sergeant, where's my foxhole?
It's back here, sir. Maybe you missed it, huh?
Man's got a point, though. It's not very safe to have 2 of the most important people in this group of people right next to each other.
What about an extra Surette in your aid kit, huh?
How'd your morphine, guy?
Oh gosh, man, that freaking startled me. This show constantly does that, man. Takes such calm scenes when I don't expect anything and just absolutely shocks me. I mean, it's a great job of making me feel like I'm part of the battle.
You got a Surette?
Man, the medics have an insane job. There's not enough healing to go around.
I don't need to go back to no aid station.
We don't got no aid station.
Oh my gosh, and just like that, it stops again. As quick as they come, they go just as quick. That's so nuts, man, that they're getting hit with artillery like this, and they don't have any of the same. They don't have air support, nothing. They're just sitting ducks right here.
Man. Go. Hey, come on, Speeder, move. I'll move.
Yo, that's crazy, man. Fell on top of an enemy and survived. These guys are freaking dug in. That's insane camouflage.
Hey, Heffron, you okay? Gene, you know my name. Why don't you use it?
It's Edward, right? Hey, listen, I need to know whether you kept your morphine from Holland.
No, you asked me already, remember?
No, don't recall.
I like that this is following around this medic the whole time. Cool angle that we haven't really seen in the first 5 episodes.
Gordon, you want me? Oh, yeah, morphine. Flirt between pounded up the contraband.
A jackpot. This man's getting a bit more luck, at least in the morphine department.
I can move better in bare feet, Doc. Well, what happened? Took them off drying my goddamn socks. They got blown to hell, okay?
Well, what's your size?
9. Just like everybody else.
It's really interesting seeing how they set up various bunkers and cover positions. From a distance, it would just look like a normal landscape.
Every time I pee, it's murder.
Just drink lots of water.
Water? It's pissing that hurts. Shut it. Shut the hell up.
Who the hell's singing?
I'll find out. I'll shut him up. I'll shut him up.
This is tense, man. There's no explosions or gunfire right now. I'm just waiting for something to happen. Oh man, what a freaking fade up from black right there. Love the filmmaking of this.
We got no backup beyond Bastogne. The Krauts captured the 326 medical and they took everybody. Doctors, medics, the whole shebang. We got nothing.
Yikes, man. This is about as dire as it gets right here. They're all basically just in a freaking death trap. It's a miracle anybody made it out.
Oh, no, no, no. Here.
Man, love the sets in this episode too. This feels like the happiest place on Earth though, after just being in that snow-covered wasteland.
Hey, what's going on here? Why ain't these men evacuating?
We can't evacuate. We're cut off. This is as far as it goes.
Yo, even their evacuation is stopped. This is so bleak, man.
Ça va? Celui-là, c'est pas grave, c'est pas urgent.
Come in, have him, Doc.
Oh my gosh, that cheeky smile he got, I love it. Sometimes out in war, the only medicine you need is a pretty woman taking care of you, I guess.
Eugene! Chocolat, pour vous.
That's great stuff, man. She's a legend for doing that. Man probably hasn't had chocolate in a long time.
Tactical columns, gentlemen.
Doc, it's a combat patrol. Why don't you stay back and keep your ass out of trouble, huh?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Stuff like this, where it's so calm and quiet, are extra unsettling and make explosions and gunfire that much more startling because it's so contrasting.
Go.
Dang it, dude. Should have asked for the medic to be there. Love that cinematography, man. I think the medic is thinking the exact same thing. He's wishing he was out there where he could do some good.
Suppressing fire! Suppressing fire! One man down!
Oh, that's so gross, dude. Man's entire neck has been opened up. I think that may be the most disturbing imagery from the show so far.
Stay with us, look at me! Hold on! Hold on! Almost, Billy, we're coming back!
Bro, that's gotta be the scariest situation of that man's life. Barely clinging to the last bit of life he can, and then it has to hold still while he's alone amongst all those enemies.
Let go! Back! Go back!
Oh man, what a sequence. That was freaking tense. I guess so far this hasn't been the gigantic battle. I thought it was going to be more small skirmishes here and there, a little bit more guerrilla warfare.
What you doing out here?
Thanks for the boots, Doc. Doing fine.
Are you still having trouble with your feet? Show me. Let me see it.
Oh, bro, that is some bad condition. That's gotta be so terrifying to have to worry about that as well.
Well, you gotta stay dry. Massage your feet, change socks every day, and dry the wet ones around your neck.
Trying.
Do it.
Working on it.
Man, all the acting in this show is so good. They all just feel real. All the dialogue delivery is just very natural.
In front.
That's it, man. Share the love. That chocolate's like the elixir of life out there on the battlefield.
I promised him if he got hit, I'd get his stuff and bring it to his mom. You know? Not crowd, so strip him.
It's okay.
It's not okay. Should have got to him.
Dang, bro, that's so sad and depressing. It's easy to forget that there's so many people that are thinking about all these soldiers, not even in the show or on the battlefield. There's all the families back home and everything. And that little bit of dialogue definitely helped remind me of that.
You know, my grandma was a traiteuse.
Your grandmother?
Uh-huh. Laid her hands on people and cured them. Took away sickness, cancer, you name it.
Is that why he wanted to be a medic? It's a pretty awesome connection for sure. A lot of healers in that family. Oh, just where they were standing. That's crazy, man. Even moments like that where you think things are looking up, immediately it goes bad. Oh, that's awesome. What a freaking shot. And not only just being cool to look at, it's a great shot because of all the emotion that is carried because they've been without supplies for so long, and those literally are going to save some lives. She praying over him? I wonder if that's going to remind him of his grandmother that he was just talking about. You would see some of the most brutal things imaginable if you were a medic in a war. They probably realized the horror better than anybody else. Oh, dude, that's so freaking heavy. Just to have someone die right in front of you like that as you're trying to save them.
You're a good nurse.
No. I never want to treat another wounded man again. I'd rather work in a butcher's shop.
Can't blame you. This is about as tough a job as it gets.
But your touch calms people. That's a gift from God.
No, it's not a gift. God would never give such a painful thing.
Whoa, man, this dialogue's incredible. Some top-class writing right now. Definitely one of the more thought-provoking conversations I feel like we've had in the show so far. Are those rumblings from, like, tanks or something?
Hey, Doc. It's gonna get busy, pal.
Yo, oh my gosh. Here we go. I guess the big battles are about to happen.
Let's go! Come on, let's go! Go!
Man, this is such terrifying stuff. Bro, how are they gonna stop that? That's so many forces. And they got way more power in tanks and whatnot. Although there might not be any tanks. It might just be like personnel carriers.
Yeah, buddy. Standing on my hand.
Sorry. Look, I'll get you another Purple Heart for it.
Is this the man who was collecting Purple Hearts? I didn't realize that.
I got your ride, Doc.
Oh, they're bringing him all the way back. Interesting. I wonder if he ends up getting saved, if that's going to change the nurse's outlook.
Are you all right?
You don't like seeing a place like that packed full of people because it just means that there's more injuries.
We're giving our country and our loved ones a worthy Christmas present. Being privileged to take part in this gallant feat of arms, we're truly making for ourselves a Christmas to you all, and God bless you.
Man, so interesting contrasting that message, so jovial from that person's perspective, or aloof to kind of the horrors of what's going on, and then showing the medic who is actually seeing just the complete destruction. There's no one that can wish this man a Merry Christmas and have it sink in. Wait a second, man. Is this the story that I've heard before about the people on opposite sides of the battlefield where it was Christmas and they started singing and they all come out to kind of share a nice moment together and kind of put down their arms? I don't know if I am off on that, but I know that that's a real event from a war.
Almost forgot. Lucky Strikes means fine tobacco. Where the hell did you get those? Merry Christmas, fellas.
Here you go, Pink. I am shaking so goddamn much, I feel like I'm dancing.
Nice delivery right there. Like that these guys are still able to find some humor despite all the bad things happening around them.
I swear I thought I could smell a fire. I did smell a fire. You out of your mind?
Fire!
Oh gosh, man, again, just from pure calmness to absolute terror. I think that tells me that this is not the story I was thinking of.
Come on, get up. The captain's yelling. Come on, get up. Okay, get up. Not okay, lie down. Okay, get up. Come on.
Oh man, Eugene is struggling right now. Everything's starting to get to him.
Oh, Jesus!
This episode's been brutal, man. It's definitely giving a good perspective, though. We haven't really seen the life of a medic and really detailed looks at how much injuries are playing a factor in all this.
Eugene, get yourself into town. Get a hot meal.
Winters is smart, man. He always knows what to do with his guys. He can tell how much he's been affected. Man, being in town does not look any better than being out there. It's just an absolute hellscape everywhere you turn. Yo, please don't tell me that Renee dies. I feel like that'd be the breaking point. Oh, dude. I actually got like some shivers that ran down my spine seeing that shot. That was so cool, but obviously extremely horrifying at the same time. That's the cloth that she wore on her head. Oh man, my heart. I hope that it was just left behind in the rush of escaping and not a sign that she's trapped down there. Man, this is easily the heaviest and the darkest episode so far, I feel like. Because in other episodes where there was death and destruction, it felt more intense, or I was just appreciating the filmmaking, things like that. But the way that this episode's been written, and just from the perspective of the medic, I feel like there's just so much more emotional weight.
Everything okay?
Yeah.
Hey, how'd you do that? I'll fix it up.
Oh, he's gonna use that to wrap him up. It's gonna be the hardest cloth he's ever had to give up. I like that. Even if she did die, a part of her is still living on, healing somebody else. And not only that, but she left a pretty great impact on Eugene as well. Whoa, I did not realize that that was a part of the Battle of the Bulge. That's cool, man. Freaking respect to those guys, dude. So brave. Wow, I did not realize that that was such a significant moment, because obviously I've heard the Battle of the Bulge quite a bit. Love how this gives kind of a different perspective than what you would normally get. I think that one is probably my favorite episode, maybe just because of the reasons I was just mentioning about how much emotional weight had been there. And amidst all the deaths and battles and stuff in the previous episodes, I feel like seeing wounded and seeing people dealing with those injuries had been not something in the forefront very often, because we were staying with the soldiers that were out there. So if someone got wounded, they got taken out and you stuck there on the field. But because we were looking from the perspective of the medic, we were with them the whole time, and even in some cases up until their last breath. And the fact that they can introduce these characters like Eugene, I don't know if we'd seen him before, but especially not very prominently like this episode. They can introduce him into an episode, and by the end of it, he turns into like one of your favorite characters or one of the most impactful. Not very often that a TV show can introduce people late or that frequently and have them all leave such a profound effect on you as the viewer. But man, this was a phenomenal piece of television for sure. Cannot wait to see what's coming up next, man. Just keeps getting better and better. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe this is the second longest episode of the show we've gotten, second to the first episode, which was I think like 20 minutes longer or something, just looking off the time on my recorder. It's about just over an hour and 5 minutes or so, and absolutely worth that runtime. I don't feel like there's a single minute of this episode that I would cut out, because it was just so perfectly paced and was gripping from start to finish, and I feel like every single moment just helped build off everything previous that we'd seen in this episode and past episodes into just a fantastic climactic moment there at the end, with him wrapping up the other soldier's wound with the cloth from Renee. And with that long runtime, it's not just a lot of sitting around and dialogue, although there was a lot in this episode. There's still so many battles and little skirmishes and just absolute destruction, like when he went into the town for that last time. And so it's just incredible what they're able to pull off with these episodes. Just phenomenal filmmaking and really showing the budget in this episode. They're making it work big time, and I really hope we get to see a lot more of Eugene, the doc, in this episode going forward, because really loved his character, and I felt like there were a lot of great nuances about him, and kind of seeing the different levels of his humanity and his own internal struggles that weren't necessarily spelled out for us, but were just expertly performed with his acting. If there is any downside to having so many great characters in the show, it would probably be that you can't spend an entire episode or multiple episodes with each of them, because you grow to love each of them for who they are and their personalities and their individual stories. So the only hard thing is that we probably won't get another doc-centric episode going forward, but I think that's in a way a great thing about the show as well, because it's telling all these different stories instead of just focusing on a few, and so you're getting a great picture of just the whole Easy Company, all these different men that are going through these horrific events, and seeing how each of them are dealing with everything just provides a great overall perspective as a viewer into everything that went on, because a lot of this I did not know anything about, at least these specific events and Easy Company itself. So really loving the stories of these men that this show is giving me, and so fantastic episode. Cannot wait until the next two next week. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching this and the previous episode with me. If you're watching one right after the other, definitely been loving the show, and so I look forward to seeing you guys for the next two next week, and until then, peace.